Hey guys, good afternoon. It's a rainy and humid stroke heady Wednesday afternoon already. My god, time flies. Get this weather, you know? I don't know if you guys remember, but it was really weird. The weather's been really weird since the end of last year. Um, you know, I miss the good old days back in, well, no need to talk about the early 90s lah, early 2000. The weather wasn't like this, you know. I used to, back in the day, it was what, my first photo shoot, 2009. You know, you could just have, I could just go out in the sun and not get baked or drenched in this kind of topsy-turvy weather. It's so unpredictable. You just can't tell when it's gonna rain. I've been having this. That's, if you guys have realized, there's been in an onslaught of gastrointestinal flu-like viruses going around. Fever, cough, cold, because of the crazy change in the climate. I can't see things getting any better from here. You know, it's just gonna get worse and worse. The weather's not been really good. I'm actually, because I have this, irritable bowel syndrome, and I guess because I overtrain. I know I overtrain. I don't rest. I train 7 days a week. While I'm recording this, my current body weight now is 85.4. No, wait a minute. 85.4 kilos. Having a bit of a cold. 85.4 kilos. I dropped from, was it 92.4? But bear in mind, over a 2-month period, when you have irritable bowel syndrome, your body tends to retain water, and because your bowel movements may not be consistent, that also contributes to the excess body weight. But so far, in view of my current, I'm having a flu at the moment, and there's this really weird virus going around Kuching, right, where you feel really lazy. I mean, not lazy as in like psychologically lazy, like your body is lazy. It's hard to get out of bed. Your body feels very heavy, you get joint aches. Not talking about any symptoms of aging or anything. It's just like this kind of virus that's going around. You feel very hard. It's hard to get out of bed. You feel very lazy, tired, lethargic, and very weak. That's really weird because, like, in the morning, sometimes I do double sessions for myself. I mean, training wise, and it's hard. I can just pick up like a 50 pound dumbbell in the morning, and it feels like I'm trying to lift an elephant, but maybe it's because of the Indonesian jamu I'm using. Afternoon time, I could bench 200 pounds very easily. Okay, I'm going. Yep, this turning. So not been feeling good on and off. I think there's been a lot of people getting sick, and viruses, as you know, cannot be fixed with antibiotics. You just gotta have a better immune system. Anyway, the whole point of this, I'm actually on the way to see Ajan, Kitipat, and Baba, do some Sankatan. Had a very interesting chat with Baba last night. He's a really down-to-earth guy. Baba's had a really sad story, and he's only been an Agari sadhu, Shiva, which is a very extreme sect of Shiva worshipping, for only 3 years. But because of his really sad background, sometimes when you lose everything in a relationship, poor Baba, had a very bad luck for a long time before he actually discovered Hinduism. you know, in terms of Shiva worship. And you know, what could be worse than having, you know, your own wife run off with your best friend? You know, he had a really good you know, a business happening back in Johor, and could you imagine the kind of impact it would have on anyone, male or female, you know? So, and he just, everything went wrong. His finances, his business, everything just went down the drain. And to become an Aguri Sadhu, you have to give a lot of things up. You cut off ties from your family, friends. You don't get close to anybody. You devote your whole life to Lord Shiva, you know. And that, my God, is fucking, you know, commendable. I could never. Baba told me last night, you could never be an Aguri. I said, I know. I enjoy life too much. You can't enjoy life. You can't jerk off. You can't have sex. You know, total abstinence from all the hedonistic pleasures of life, you know. And I just have so much respect for that. And we're just talking about facts here, okay? To become an Aguri Sadhu, you're basically a guru, alright? And these gurus, right, their power comes from very, very strong faith, devotion, meditation, very, very disciplined sect of devotees, Shiva devotees. They're like Risis, okay? They're basically Risis. You can be a Risi. A Risi is basically like a hermit sage, and they can perform magic powers, you know? Of course, there are many kind of Risis. Some people pronounce it Lursi, but it's Risi. And Baba gets his power direct from Shiva, from God, a God, okay? Now that's the essential difference between, you know, like a Thai Ajahn, for example, a Thai Ajahn or Longpo, you know, or Longpos or Ajahns cultivate their spiritual power and energy from meditation and from Vicha. Vicha is like a magic skill, okay? This is all cultivated by their own initiative. But of course, to become an Aguri Sadhu, right, like Baba, he of course had a master, or has a master anyway, and his power comes straight from Shiva. You know, I'm still genuinely very new to all this spiritual and metaphysical sciences, but you know, being an educated person, I can also appreciate that and understand that, you know, there is something out there, you know, the spiritual life forms that are not from our dimension. Okay, now this video blog somewhat may not appeal to other people. For some people, not everyone will agree with me. If you're Christian, maybe, or you're Islam, or you're Muslim, or whatnot, or whatever. But for me, I have tried everything in my life, a lot of things in my life, and I've decided to choose one path, the spiritual path, which extends out to, you know, Hinduism, and which is actually many 100,000 years old before most of all these modern age religions came out, you know. So yeah, well, we don't want to get political here, okay, but I have learned a lot from Baba, and the bottom line, that the thing that a lot of people do not understand. Okay, I'm just like jumping around and talking about different things here, but you know, when you talk about amulets or even praying to Pragyan, you know, people ask, you know, which is the most powerful amulet, you know, or can you do this from which is the best god to pray to? To me, if you are not cultivated spiritually, right, with a good core foundation, no matter what kind of amulet you wear, or even if you have a very good affinity with the amulet, if you got bad karma and you are praying sorry, you are praying in the wrong, you're praying to the wrong God, or praying the wrong method, you know, to any God or spiritual entity, or following any kind of religion, whether it's Christianity or whatnot, you will not achieve what you want in life, you know. Some people may argue, oh, religion is a way of controlling people and all this and that. I mean, seriously, fuck that, you know. People, my point of view, yes, people do use religion to control people. That's one way of controlling people. You don't force people into a religion, you know. Yeah, you know, religion should be a matter of choice, not by force. And you know, you're not born into a religion. Like I wrote an article about this quite a while back. You're not born into a fucking religion. You know, you choose when you're an affinity. How would you know if you're an affinity? You know, that's why Ajahn Nick. Thank God for Ajahn Nick. If I had not met Ajahn Nick, right? You know, we all pray for different reasons. Most of us have problems. Everyone's got different problems in life. No one's perfect. Yeah. And if it wasn't for Ajahn Nick, yeah, man, I don't think I would have progressed this far. You know, I'm still very new, but I'm still learning. You know, the other day I went. Ajahn Nick is my first mentor and Sifu, and always will be, always grateful to you, Ajahn. Without you, I had the fate to meet you. I'm so lucky. So lucky. Ajahn Nick is one of the most humble Ajahns and Sifus I've ever met in my life. You know, he puts other people before himself and doesn't push me to buy stuff from him and like most other people, you know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. He's always like telling me, you've got enough pragnans, you got so many, you know, you've got the most powerful pragnan already, why you need more? And now I understand. And you know what? Ajahn, I gotta tell you this, Ajahn didn't teach me much. You know who taught me? His pragnan taught me, his Ajahn Ngan taught me, you know? Because of my enthusiasm, my passion, my devotion, and my faith in pragnan. You know, pragnan finally accepted me. A lot of people ask, what katas should I use to get this result? Dude, you know, if pragnan doesn't bond with you, you're not connected with him, he ain't, all these katas ain't gonna mean shit. Yeah, okay, you can learn black magic, you know, how to kill somebody, how to curse somebody. Of course that's dumb. Anyone who does Gong Tao is just an idiot, you know. You're just gonna get karma fly back in your face, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, all that bullshit aside, yeah. So Ajahn's, you know, my Ajahn Ngan, the one at my altar, the main one, taught me. I don't know how to explain that to you. Okay? So, like, if you want to pray to pragnan, okay, for example, you must make sure you're in a positive state of karmic balance. I've mentioned this before so many times. If you got bad karma, dude, you ain't gonna receive anything. Okay, that's the first thing. Number two, if you, right, do not have good karma and you cannot bond with Ngan, you ain't gonna receive shit either. Okay, you don't choose, he chooses you, he accepts you. And I work my donkey ass off, right, to connect to Ngan. Yeah, so and now I've discovered Shiva, because, you know, for me, I've only prayed for 1 year and all that, and I've become a better person, you know. I'm born in the year of the fire dragon. I'm a Leo. I've got a raging temper. From the past, I've always had a very bad temper, and very aggressive, very young kind of guy, you know, young as in yin and yang, very hot and hot-tempered, you know, person. And through spiritualism, that the method of spiritualism that Ajahn Nick taught me, I changed a lot, actually. And how I know is that I changed, you know, well, I'm a very stubborn kind of person. I'm very stubborn before, very, very stubborn, and very opinionated, as you guys may have realized. But nowadays, I keep an open heart on things, and I try my best to be more balanced. It's all about balance now. For example, I changed a lot for my girlfriend, whom I love a lot. I love my girlfriend a lot, and sometimes it's really hard, because of the age gap, the age difference. And I've been through a lot in my life, really. You can't judge people from their appearance. Everyone's been through a lot. Everyone has their own share of problems, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta, for me, without good karma, Baba opened my third eye the other day, okay, and cleansed me and removed my karma. He said my karma was 95, my bad karma from either my past life or whatnot, or what I'd done in the past, is 95 out of 100. I was like, holy fuck, oh my god, But he removed all that, and now I'm experiencing a vertigo reaction, having some problems. I would call them irritations, like mosquitoes. They're just annoying, but it wasn't like the incident that happened last year after Ajahn Nick blessed me when I was still very fresh. A lot of bad things happened. I lost a lot of money and a lot of problems. One thing after another, like a machine gun. Problems keep coming at you non-stop. So I'm still learning, and I'm actually very happy now in this stage in my life. Speaking of relationships, if somebody has a bad temper, you gotta be cool, right? And because my girlfriend's born in the fire animals usually very bad tempered. She's a fire rabbit and I'm a fire dragon. But we're both Leos, we're both born on the same date. Yeah, I love my girlfriend a lot, but because unfortunately due to the age gap, sometimes it's very hard to communicate, and whatever I say to her sometimes doesn't get across the same. Whatever I do doesn't get across. That's why I've always been encouraging her to have a spiritual base. When you have a good spiritual base, everything will go smooth, and you will have spiritual wisdom. I'll be very frank, and I think there's no secret about this. Ajahn Nick, right, is very careful who he teaches, who he takes in as devotees. He has a mission, and that is to spread the word of Buddhism. And because of the way he is very conservative, he doesn't simply take in any Otipala, Abeng. Now people want to learn about Ngan, and there's a lot of people don't understand. He doesn't have that many devotees, but people just run off to other ajahns. For me, I hanged in long enough to realize that Ajahn Nick actually is a good ajahn. Actually, slow and steady, you can't go wrong. Yeah. And I'm learning to pick up things from Baba as well. I would say that Ajahn Nick and Baba are my gurus and my mentors. And Baba and I have been becoming pretty good friends. He's like my mentor now. Ajahn Nick's always traveling, but we do keep in touch. He taught me Ngan, he taught me Buddhism, and he used to tell me, why you want to learn all these things, like all these tricks you can do with Prajnan. All you need to do, right, is connect with him and do what is right, do the right thing, do the good thing. Yeah. So I totally understand that, because a lot of people don't understand, what is the kata, the secret to Ngan. The secret to Ngan, dude, is you must have good karma. When you got good karma, right, and you can bond with Ngan, then you will get good metta, you will get wisdom, you will know what to do, things will become smooth. It's like that, really. You must have a good master. No need to talk about the Ngan, I started off collecting amulets actually, and Now I realize Bushas are more powerful. Yeah. But of course, some groups like the ones made by Ajahn are really good. You know, they're very powerful. The size doesn't matter sometimes. You know. Anyway, so you see, the rain has stopped already. Fucked up weather, man. This fucking kuching weather, I tell you. I miss the 90s. I miss the early 2000s when I didn't have this stupid IBS problem. I could do my photo shoots and shit. Now I'm still recovering, but hey, yeah, I've dropped quite a lot of body fat now. Not ripped yet, but getting there. Yeah. It's 2:41 now. Actually on the way, grab some more pragnans from Ajahn. He doesn't have that many left already because I sold almost all of them last night. Ajahn Kittipat's ngans are very good, and I think I'm going to coax him into making a limit. Well, he only made 10, and there's not many left, honestly, guys. Okay. What's I gonna say? I'm gonna ask him to make a really I'm gonna ask him to add some special extra ingredients, material that will make the next batch more powerful. And I'm gonna remind Ajahn to maintain his composure, his spiritual composure, so that this next batch is also gonna be just as powerful. It's very important. Ajahns are humans too, I'll be frank with you, and sometimes they lose their, they get a bit. I'm not talking about Ajahn Kittipat. I'm talking about any Ajahn. They get lazy and then become commercialized and blah blah blah. Ajahn Kittipat's not very commercialized yet, so still, don't worry. I'll keep him in line. I'm going to assist in advising him what other materials to add. Yeah. I really recommend his pragnans. They're really good, frankly speaking. And most of the Singaporeans have you guys have swiped them all, dudes and gals. You got girls bring the pragnan as well, Yeah. No point of buying a busha, dude, with a kata, right? If you don't know you don't know the basics, right? So I made it a point. I love doing this. I love this as my sideline business. It's fun. I love it. Spiritual products, and I have no complaints so far. So yeah, I think I'll just end my video now. I'm almost at Samariang, and for those of you who want to get the remainder of Ajahns ngans, my tukaku no need to think for so long. You got the budget, buy it. No budget, don't buy it. Okay, you know what I mean? Because right, other people want to buy it, and some of you guys are like, reserve for me. I can't reserve shit, dude, until you put a deposit or you pay. First come, first serve. Sorry, nothing personal, it's business. Alright, people who really want it that badly, you want it, you get it. You cannot afford it, never mind, no problem. Alright, you wait for second batch. Okay, it's like that. Nothing personal. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to just felt like saying this. Say this to my girlfriend if she's watching this video. I love you. I hope she's still not feeling well. I know she's very stressed up. Well, I love you. I hope you get better soon. Rest well, and take things easy. Hope you can meditate, pray more. Okay, signing off, guys. Later.